What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is actually going to be kind of a story video. I'm going to tell you guys about how I started investing into real estate, and hopefully in this video you guys can get some motivation, encouragement for anything that you guys are trying to invest into, whether that be real estate, stocks, whatever it might be, a business. But hopefully this video encourages you to start whatever you guys are debating on doing. Now, I was only 19 when I started investing into real estate, but let me go ahead and start off by telling you guys that by no way do you have to be rich, or do you have to have a ton of money from your parents or from this place or that place, that you have to have all that money coming in or be filthy rich in order to do what I did. What I did was actually just pure hard work. It just takes a lot of strength from your mind and just putting in the work every single day. So before I even start getting into how I bought the rental properties, how much they cost, how much I make, and all that stuff, let me go ahead and tell you guys a little bit of a background as to where I started and how I got to this point. So obviously I graduated high school at the age of 19. I then went into a community college called Jeff State. I don't know if they have that in other states, but here where I'm from in Alabama, that's a community college that's around here. So I decided to go ahead and stay so that I would be able to save up. Now, my dad did give me the idea of rental property investing. He's actually been wanting to do it from a while before. He just didn't know exactly how to do it or how to get into it. So that's why he needed my help. Whenever I graduated, I started working, and then I started saving up so I could invest with him. Now, what I started doing as soon as I got out of college, and actually what I did almost like all through high school, this is pretty much the only thing that I've worked out from like the age of 14, maybe even a little bit before that, but I pretty much did painting and construction throughout the entire time. I even still do it to this day to, like, you know, get more revenue and stuff like that. So like I said, I graduated at 18, went to the community college here nearby my house while I was working, and I was a full-time student at that community college. So I would do 4 classes, and I would try to go 2 days. Pretty much I would try to go Mondays and Wednesdays, and then I would try to go those 2 days, so only twice a week, but I would go half days, so from about 8 to 8:30 to about 12 in the afternoon. And then as soon as I got out of school, I would hop in the truck, head to work, and then work from about 1 to 6, so I'd get another extra 5 hours of work in every single time that I went to school. But apart from those days that I would go to college, those half days, I would go to work the other 4 days. So it would be Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Those other 4 days I would go and I would work full days, 10 hours. So I was working about 50 hours a week, I believe. And that's not including, you know, going to school, obviously full-time, 4 classes. And apart from that, when I wasn't at school or I wasn't at work, I was actually studying for tests, or I was doing the homework that was due, you know, the other days of the school. Now, like I said, I would try to fit in all of my classes in just 2 days throughout the week to be able to keep up with the classes like that. Sometimes I would have to throw in an afternoon class, but I always usually worked about 50 hours a week when I started off going to college for those first 2 years. Now, right now, I'm actually in my 3rd year, and I'm actually not doing that anymore just because it became really hard to keep up with school and work. When you're doing 50 hours and then you start going to university, because I go to a university now, and the classes definitely do go up a step when you go switch over to a university. The classes get harder, so I can't be doing 50 hours of work, but I'm still doing pretty close to about 40 hours of work every single week. So the days that I'm not in school, I'm in class almost all day. So that's pretty much a little background as to how I got to this point right now. It's just a quick little review of how I got here. There's a lot more detail that goes into it, but maybe I'll go into more detail in another video. This one is just pretty much how I got to this point and how I started in real estate at the age of only 19. So like I said at the beginning, I do live in Alabama, and you can get some properties here pretty cheap, so that's why I was able to invest in such a short period of time. And apart from just the cheap real estate here, I actually partnered with my dad going into each property that we got, just because neither of us knew exactly what to do when we barely started. So we started off with small homes, and we paid about $25,000 for each home. So he would go in half, and then I would go in half, so about $12,500 each. We would go into it, buy the house, and then we would renovate the entire house by ourselves. So we would paint it, fix the floors, fix holes in the walls, whatever the house needed, we would do it. Since we had experience doing stuff like that already, we helped each other out with that. So obviously he couldn't do it by himself just because of the language barrier. He didn't know, you know, the complicated words that comes when it comes to real estate. And then I obviously needed his help by his handy skills that he knows. He's been in construction forever, so he was a very big help. Obviously, if we would have bought the house at $25,000 and then gotten a contractor to fix everything up in the house, the price of the house would have been significantly higher than what we would have paid for and how much money we would have spent to actually, start making it rental ready. So we partnered for the $25,000 houses. We got 3 of those houses for a total about $75,000 that we had to save up in order to invest. Like I said, they were small houses, so maybe you won't be able to find deals like these wherever you guys are. Maybe you guys can look, and maybe you guys will, but here in Alabama, you can't find properties like that. So right now, about the cash flow that I am making and he is making, we're making about the same cash flow just because we both went in half and half. So I make about $600 to $650 in cash flow every single month from the 3 houses. And that is after taking out for insurance, after taking out for taxes, after taking out for little expenses. We always save up for expenses beforehand. We don't wait for the actual expenses to come. We actually save, put money, in an account, and then have that ready for whenever an expense comes along. So we each put a little bit into that and a certain percentage from each rental property so that we are ready for whenever anything happens. So I do make that $600 to $650 every single month. And that's not even including the appreciation of the houses that, we got from when we kind of fixed everything up and made it rental ready. The appreciation obviously went up after that because we put a ton of work into it. And apart from that, the appreciation just over time on homes does go up. And right now, the market on homes is actually really high. So we could definitely make a pretty big profit from what we did to the houses if we wanted to go ahead and sell them. But the houses are paid off, so we do want to keep them for rentals, at least for now. Maybe when I go ahead and buy myself my own house, I might, sell my part of the houses, maybe sell them off to my dad. He might be interested in that, or maybe we both just decide to get rid of them, sell them, make some good profit off of that, and then just, reinvest that somewhere else. But you guys, that is pretty much the glimpse as to how I started investing into real estate at the age of 19. Like I said, it's something that most of you guys can do. It just takes a ton of commitment. Obviously, you have to save a ton of money. You can't be going out doing this and that, going to festivals and all that stuff. Those first 2 years, I literally didn't do anything except save money for real estate. Now, for you guys are probably going to be like, oh, but you had your dad to help you out. Oh, but this, oh, but that. But let me go ahead and tell you guys, if you guys really, really want to start getting into real estate, I would recommend finding a partner. Maybe a friend that's also interested, maybe a family member, your grandfather, whoever it may be. Try to find somebody that is willing to partner with you on these properties that you find or that you guys both find. And if you're not able to find a partner, you're still able to do exactly what I did in those 2 years. It might just take you a little bit longer. It might take you maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, maybe a little bit more. But obviously, the more you sacrifice, like on entertainment, on dumb things like shoes, stuff like that, the faster you will get there to be able to invest in real estate, stocks, business, whatever you guys are trying to invest in. The more you sacrifice, the faster you will get there. But you guys, I hope you guys found this video encouraging or helpful in any way. If you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comments. I'll reply to every single one. And if I don't know the answer to something, I will do my best to help you find the answer for it. So you guys make sure to subscribe down below at the bottom for more videos like this. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a thumbs up down below. And I will be coming at you guys with more videos soon. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave it down below. And I will see you guys on the next video.